Welcome back. 119 days to go. Episode 6. That's right. Let's go. If you are new to this series, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe button and hit that alarm bell because you don't want to miss any more of these videos that are coming up because there's a whole host of episodes coming up. And if you are new, it might be worth going back to the back catalogue. So there are links below in the description below where you can follow through episode 125 to catch up with where we are right now. Where are we right now? Last week, episode 5, we were talking about hydration, nutrition. Here are some gels I prepared earlier. We'll talk more about these later. How has your training been going so far in the past week? Yeah, that was week 5. You've now completed. Well done. We're over halfway. We're about to start week 6 of these 119 days to go to Marathon Day. Are you excited? How are your legs feeling? How are you feeling? Leave it in the comments below. This week, as I said in the actual thumbnail and the description of this video, it's time to simmer and settle as we go through the training. And for those who are familiar with training plans, marathon training plans, is we have weeks where we do sort of cut back a little bit. And this is one of those weeks where we may be doing that. Are you doing that in your plan? Depends what plan you are following. So we talk about simmer and settle, and the focus is on rest days and cross training. Yes, don't be afraid about cross training. I'll just tell you some of the things I do, and then also I'll go on what's been happening in the past week regarding my training. Yeah, before I talk about cross training, these gels. Yes, I've got all sorts of gels here. I was at the running show last weekend and it was great fun. And as you do when you go to these shows, so if you look for freebies and things. But yeah, so I picked up a few freebies, which were gels. Yeah, I know. Now, I've been using Talk gels for over a year. And I picked up some freebies with SIS, freebies, by the way. And so I've got fruit salad flavour here and lemon and lime. Both are isotonic. Isotonic being a sugar, not sugar. Yes, there's sugar in these, but a electrolyte type stuff in the drinks to keep us going. But all I'm going to say is at this stage, we don't need these just yet. Our long runs are not quite yet long enough to need these, but we will be coming in future weeks. Because one of the things I used to stress about as a beginner, because I'd like to help you guys as beginners and also experience, we go back to basics. I'm seeing more and more videos now as I put these down where people are talking about going back to basics. It's essential we don't forget where we were in the past and how we started. For me, my very first marathon, Brighton Marathon 2016, it was like yesterday and I vividly remember it. It was great being able to film it and you can relive it, and I'll leave it in the description below where you can watch my first marathon. And it was epic. Yeah, completely fell apart in the second half of the marathon like a lot of people do, but I lived and learned, and I'll be producing a future video where in 6 months after that I went and took over 30 minutes off that time, and that is where I'm hoping to share some of that knowledge with you. Not going to say you're going to have a perfect first marathon, but maybe in the next marathon that you have coming in this 119-day period, it will be the best experience that you have, and I'll be sharing that in another video. But the gels, yes, we don't need to worry about those. I was worried sick, what am I going to eat, what am I going to drink? Believe me, as the weeks progress, trust in the process and it will work itself out. And I'll go into more detail as it's needed, especially also when I talk about the 3-hour rule. Yes, the 3-hour rule about long runs, and I'll be discussing more in the forthcoming weeks about that also. Cross training, simmer and settle. For me, what I do is my cross training. I've incorporated more of it now because I joined a gym after last year's London Marathon. So my cross training is pretty basic really. And what I used to do for my first marathon was a combination of rowing, yoga and spin classes. Not in any particular order. What I do now is particularly just rowing and ellipticals on the gym, you know, that bit of stuff. So for me, rest days, cross training, that's all I do. It's not rocket science, but what it allows our body to do is to rest and recover and also help keep us ticking over, so to speak. Because sometimes if we have multiple days of zero running, zero exercise, sometimes our muscles can go back a bit of a stage, but it's good to just keep things ticking over. Another thing that I used to do a lot of, but it was just part of my daily routine, so I didn't add this. So whether you're looking to add this or incorporate it as part of your daily routine, for me, I used to walk to and from work in the mornings and in the evenings. So I'd work it in such a way, whether I'd get off the bus, the tube train or whatever earlier. So I'd have a half-hour walk. For me, it's sometimes maybe 40 minutes walk in the morning into my office, work through the day and then walk back another 40 minutes. Yeah, that's what I used to do each and every day. Ooh, I got a bit of an itch. So you could say the walking is enough cross training. Yeah, that's plenty, just keeping things ticking over, active recovery. But believe me, as we progress more, as the miles start getting longer and heavier, we do need our rest, recovery, cross training. It really does help. So how have I been getting on this week? Well, I have a race. By the time you get to see this video on the Sunday, it'll be race day for me. And I'll be racing in Stratford-upon-Avon, all things being equal, fingers crossed and so on, called Not the Roman 9. Yes. So, yes, Roman, obviously me being probably of Roman descendancy with Italian parents. Stratford-upon-Avon had some Romans as well. So there's a race that's been going on for many, many years. But unfortunately, I think this is the last year they're going to be organising this because there's various issues with road traffic management and so on. So for me, I've been literally getting ready for that race. So I'm going to enjoy that. And then next week, officially, the week starts me 12-week training plan. And I'm very much looking forward to my training plan because I immediately saw what's in there. And there's 2 days of rest and cross training. Yeah! I mean, it might get shorter as the weeks progress, but I'll be updating you as we progress each and every week with this program. So there's a combination of giving hints and tips for you guys and also going through what my training has been incorporated. But also if you follow me on the Strava, you'll see what I'm downloading and it appears on the phone. Ooh, there you go. So it appears on the app as and when I do my training. The Garmin connects with Strava and there's a link below. If you are on Strava, you can follow my training directly on there day by day and you can see what's happening. I really do appreciate the comments that you guys leave each and every week, and it's very satisfying to know that I'm having a positive impact with you guys. But sometimes we have things that sort of life, shall we say, that happens. And this morning I had some very sad news about a cousin of mine who's literally been released from hospital and he has just days to live. And it really brings home, you know, how grateful we are of our health and what we can and do. And it's really sad. And I'm just remembering the happy times that we had together. We grew up together. And yeah, I'm sure I'll do something in remembrance of him. And but life, it goes on. I mean, I remember soon after my first marathon, my mum passed away that summer whilst I was training for my second marathon. And we all deal with bereavements and setbacks in different ways, and we're just here to support each other. And I just want to say how much I appreciate your support each and every week coming here, whether it be with the thumbs up, the subscriptions, the comments. And there's so many of you wonderful people out there who've been following me for many, many years and have seen the progress that I've gone from, you know, a relatively good charity runner and now being at elite level England Masters at 10k and marathon distance. It really does warm my heart, really, really do. And I'm so appreciative of it all. And on that note, a very somber note, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. And I'll look forward to seeing you at the next video, which will be hopefully about the Stratford 9. We'll see what happens there. But also I'll be continuing the holy grail of running shoes. You may have seen the previous video when I talk about the Asics Magic Speed. I'll be talking about the Saucony Endorphin Speed 2 coming up and how great shoe it is for all-round running. Take care, guys. Love you all, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.